Good morning. Welcome back to Marty's Tying Bench. This morning we're putting together a pattern for the Rocky Mountain Flycasters Trout Unlimited Pub and Dub, or social fly tying. This month's pattern is called a Gunslinger. I haven't been able to track down the originator, but it's been around for a little while. Probably doesn't get as much attention as it should. It's a good little pattern. Starting off with, I'm going to tie this in a 14. Obviously you can tie this in a number of sizes. A 14 fits very well with a 3/32 bead. I'm using brass. Thread doesn't matter. Thread doesn't show anywhere, so I've got my favorite Uni 6/0, Danville's 6/0 black. I'm going to tie a tail with common materials, pheasant tail. And I'm going to get a pretty good bundle of it. I'm going to tie this in on the top. Before I get too many turns, I'm going to go ahead and pull that until the tail is about the length I like. And come on back down, a little bit down the bend, get some benefit of that hunchbacked body shape. I've got a wire. Brassy is good. Brassy colored small is probably a better size for this. And now I'm going to place my thread right about where I want the transition to be between my abdomen and thorax. And now I'm going to dub. Another common material, wonderful material, just regular old hare's ear. Of course, you can substitute all kinds of dubbings for this, but the original that I saw had hare's ear. That's what I tied, that's what I used, and it's effective. So dub an abdomen, and make sure you got a good ball of it up here at the front. You want to kind of a sudden stop on the dubbing. It's hard to see with this shaggy stuff. Now I'm going to make my wire turns fairly close together. I'm not leaving a whole lot of space between them. That'll help to tame the shagginess of this wire, or this hare's ear. And now I got my thread right up against the bead. And I'm going to fold it back, and this will serve as my wing case. Make sure that bead is centered. For leg material, I've got Krystal Flash. I like the black pearl. It's a little stiffer than the regular black. And I'm going to tie a set of legs in on each side. And move that thread right back against your get that out of the way. Right back against your wing case. And now we'll switch back to the same dubbing. You could get some contrast here and go with darker or go with lighter. I'm going to stick with the hare's ear. Now as I'm doing that, I can kind of physically manipulate these legs to where I want them. And I'm going to end up right behind the bead. Fold the pheasant tail over. And catch that right behind the bead. Pretty close to done. I'm going to trim that. A whip finish or two. Now trim these legs to the length that pleases you. And that's it. Gunslinger. Now I could go in there and trim out all that stray stuff, but I kind of like it. It tends to grab an air bubble here, give a little bit of motion there, so I leave them shaggy. Gunslinger. Have fun with it.